The year was 1958. The United States and the Soviet Union had been testing nuclear weapons on Earth, but the launch of the Soviet satellite Sputnik 1 brought a whole new dimension to the Cold War. The American scientific and military community were searching for a response. It was in this context that Project A119 was concocted, the plan to nuke the moon. Dr. Leonard Reifel of the Armor Research Foundation was asked by the Air Force to research what a nuclear explosion would be like on the moon. The paper was called A Study of Lunar Research Flights, Volume 1, and it laid out the scenario. The United States Air Force would launch a rocket to the moon. This rocket would carry an atomic bomb. A hydrogen bomb was deemed too heavy for the mission. The lunar explosion would show the Soviets that the United States could fight back on land and sea, in the air, and even in space. Since the blast would be in space, there would be no mushroom cloud. In 2000, Reifel spoke to The Observer. He said, "I made it clear at the time that there would be a huge cost to science of destroying a pristine lunar environment, but the US Air Force were mainly concerned about how the nuclear explosion would play on Earth." He also said that the military considered the moon to be military high ground. Reifel led a 10-man team that included a young Carl Sagan. However, Project A119 was axed in 1959 out of concern over causing serious damage to the moon, as well as the potential casualties on Earth should things go wrong. The project was one of several examples of how optimistic the military was about how quickly they could get humans and weapons in space. The Americans did achieve significant breakthroughs in science in the years after Sputnik. 12 years after the launch, they did land humans on the moon. However, the rate of advancement never really hit the strides that 1950s and 1960s planners dreamed of. There was a corresponding Soviet plan to nuke the moon. Started in January 1958, it was one of several proposals, codenamed E. Project E1 entailed plans to reach the moon. E2 and E3 involved sending a probe to the far side of the moon to take photographs of the surface. Project E4 was the final stage and called for a nuclear strike on the moon as a show of force. Like its American counterpart, this plan was shelved over safety and feasibility concerns, along with their desire to preserve the moon. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice day.